Someone's on their back right now, and we're going to take our leg up, and we're just going to come across, and then back, and then switch to the other side. Okay? If you want to modify this a little bit, you can just bend the knee and do the same thing. And one of the big things we need to focus on when we're doing any kind of flexibility or mobility work is our breaths. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're breathing. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. And these movements should be done nice and slow and controlled. As we bring that leg up and over, you want to try to keep that shoulder as close to the mat as you can. Okay, so the leg that's coming up, that shoulder, try to keep it down. Obviously, if there's any pain or discomfort, you're going to modify the movement, or don't do it at all if it's too much pain or discomfort. We're going to do a couple more of these. Again, nice deep breaths. Okay, 2 more on each side. And good. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is bring one leg up, one leg straight. I want you to keep your hands as if you're holding a beach ball. Okay, so that's the distance you want to keep your chin the whole time. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands like we're holding this beach ball and come all the way across as far as we can, and then come back. Okay, again, nice focusing on those breaths. Exhale as you come across. Inhale as you come back to your starting position. Okay, we're working on our thoracic spine right here, which is the middle part of our back, which is usually very tight on people. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Okay, same thing. Now ideally, if you had a yoga block or something to prop this knee up here, it'd actually be a little bit better, but it still can be effective if we have this knee on the ground. So same thing, we're holding that beach ball, and we're coming all the way across. Again, focus on your breaths, nice and slow and controlled, don't rush through it. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. And good. All right, now we're going to stay right here. Okay, and what we're going to do is this. This top knee stays bent. Instead of having the back leg straight, you're going to actually grab that bottom leg, grab your foot. Okay, and you're going to hold it here, and we're going to focus on taking the shoulder, keeping your hand here to keep this leg down, and you're going to exhale, and come across. Come back to starting position, exhale, come across, couple more, exhale, focus on your breaths. Okay, last 2. Last 1. Okay, good. We're going to switch other side. That's called a pretzel. Okay, so same thing on the other side. Bend the top knee. Grab the bottom foot. Keep this hand here to keep this knee down. I'm going to take this top shoulder as we exhale. Come all the way across. Couple more. Again, focus on your breaths. And good. All right. So next thing you're going to do is on your back. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take both legs up. And we're going to keep So keep your right leg in the air, nice and slowly bring the left leg down, and then back up, nice and slow and controlled. Okay, focus on your breaths. Couple more, then we'll switch to the other side. Last one. Good, and switch. Last two. And good. Alright, so now we're going to flip over under our stomach. This is called a scorpion. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're on your stomach, arms are straight out. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leg and bend it and come across here. And then back to my starting position, and then do the same thing on the other side. Keeping both hands on the ground. Okay, so let's do a few of those. Again, focus on your breaths. Inhale, exhale as you bring that leg across. So we want to breathe out and exhale when we're doing the work. We want to inhale and we're kind of coming back to our starting position. That goes the same whether we're doing flexibility, mobility work, or we're doing resistance training. Couple more. Bend that knee, bring it all the way across. Okay, last one on each side. And good. Alright, we're now going to go to one knee. Okay, so half kneeling. Provide nice and tall. Okay, you're looking straight ahead. I'm just going to do it from this angle so you can get a better view of what my hips are going to be doing. Okay, so everything stays nice and tall, and all I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to take my hips, and I'm going to shift everything forward. And then I come back. So I'm just shifting as far forward as I can. I should be feeling a stretch in my hip flexor right here, and then coming back. Okay, so exhale. Inhale. Okay, if you're not feeling the stretch, my suggestion is take this front leg and bring it a little further in front. Okay, so it'll allow for an increased range of motion. Okay, so keep going. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, make sure you hold it for a split second when you get to that end of that range of motion going forward. Okay, make sure the head, neck, and spine are in good alignment, so everything's moving together. The only thing that should be pushing forward are the hips. Okay, two more, and then we'll switch to the other side. Good, other side, same thing. Make sure you get your stride so that when you push those hips forward, you're feeling a good stretch. Okay, looking straight ahead again. You want to make sure that you're keeping everything in alignment. Okay, you push those hips forward, you can exhale, and come back, inhale. Focus on those breaths. Okay, last two. Alright, good. Alright, so the next couple of things we're going to be doing are going to be quadruped. Okay, so what quadruped means is you're going to be on all fours, right? Quad is four. So all these exercises, these movements that we're doing that are quadruped, we want to make sure that our hands are directly under our shoulders, our knees are directly under our hips, okay, and your back is nice and flat. Okay, so think of yourself like a tabletop. Okay, so if I put something on here, okay, I'm not rounded, I'm not collapsed. Okay, whatever I put on here is going to stay. Okay, so if I put a glass of water on here, okay, it's not going to stay, it's not going to go anywhere. In this position that we want to try to hold. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, face this way, is a shoulder reach through. So what you're going to do, start in quadruped, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my right arm. I'm going to take my shoulder all the way through until my shoulder touches the floor. My hand come all the way through to my shoulder touches the floor, and then come back. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. Okay, so same thing. My hand's going to come underneath my armpit on the floor, all the way through until my shoulder touches the ground, and then come back up. Okay, so it's going to keep alternating. Okay, doing that about 5 on each side, focusing on our breaths. Okay, so here we go. That arm that's up, that's stabilizing. Okay, it's going to have to bend a little bit, which is fine. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, that's 2 more on each side. Last one. Alright, so next, same position. Okay, this time what you're going to do is we're going to reach forward, come back, and side, come back. So start with the side more of an angle. Okay, so almost like a 45-degree angle. Okay, so it's going to be straight in front, and 45 degrees, and come back, same thing on the other side. Straight in front, 45 degrees. Okay, let's keep alternating that, okay? Go at your own pace, focus on your breaths. So really bring the arms coming forward. You want to lower that shoulder until you feel the stretch. For some of you, you probably get lower than I can, because you probably have better mobility with your shoulder. Focus on your breathing. Couple more. Again, if anyone has a shoulder problem and this causes any sort of discomfort, okay, please don't do it. Okay, last one. Good. Alright. Next is going to be a frog stretch. Okay, we're going to make this dynamic. So what you're going to do, try to get the best angle. Yes. Sideways, right. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hips out as wide as you possibly can. Okay, which for me is not very wide. Okay, because I'm very tight in that area. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold yourself here like this. You're going to push back, so you feel the stretch, and then come back to your starting position. Push back, and come back to your starting position. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to change my angle so you can maybe get a different view. Keep going. Okay, so we're still working on this right now. Okay, so I'm going to go as wide as I can. Push the hips back, and then come back to my starting to neutral. Okay, so exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. If you have to readjust, maybe loosening up a little bit, you can bring those knees a little bit wider. You can readjust and do that. A couple more. Alright, and good. Oh. Alright, next is going to be cat-cow. Alright, so what you're going to do for this is just for quadruped, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to round the back, looking down the back, and round the back. And then we're going to flatten and lift our head up. And we're going to round. As we inhale, and we exhale, and flatten. Okay, nice and slow control, round. And flatten. Okay, now what I want you to do is keep doing this, round. And flatten. Okay, we're going to take our hands and we're going to reverse them. Okay, so we're going to work on stretching out the wrists a little bit. You should feel this stretch in the wrist. And we're going to do the same movement. So we're going to still do this cat-cow. Okay, so we'll go round that. And flatten the back and look up. Okay, keep breathing. A couple more. Last two. Last one. Okay, and good. Okay, now bring your wrists back to where they were from your starting point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do hip openers. Okay, so what we're going to do is, holding this position, we're going to take our right hip, our right knee, come up, go around in a full circle, and come back to your starting position. Okay, so it's here, out to the side, and back. Okay, and the same thing with the left side. Okay, so it's here, out to the side, and back. Okay, so we go from this view. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on each side, alternating. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're breathing. 4, 5. Try to maintain that quadruped position throughout the movement. Okay, last one on each side. And 10. Good. Alright. So next, we're going to start off in a child's pose. So I'm just going to show you these two movements kind of statically. So we're not going to move right now. And we're kind of combine and make it more dynamic. Okay, so you can go into child's pose. So you can sit all the way back on the heels, extend the arms forward, focus on your breath, and then from there, we're going to go into a down dog. Okay, so it goes from here to child's pose. Okay, we're going to alternate. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale, good. Sit all the way back. Look both ways. When you go into that down dog, look to your right shoulder, look over your left shoulder. Couple more. Okay, last two. Last one. Alright, so the next one is going to be up dog. Okay, so up dog looks like this. Start plank position, and we're going to come up into a pike, and then come back down. Okay, everybody come up into a pike, and those hips up, and come back down. Alright, now, once we go up into that pike this time, what I want you to do is, we're going to pedal through the heels. So we're going to alternate breathing, pedal through the heels. Back into our plank. Last time, kite, pedal through the heels. Good. All right, so next, we're going to go into a lizard stretch. Again, we're going to make this dynamic. Okay, so what you're going to do is one foot goes forward, kind of like what we did in our half million hip flexor stretch before. Okay, now we're going to put both hands on the floor here, and this leg goes back. Now, if you're not really feeling a stretch right now, you can adjust by either moving this foot further back or the front foot further forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop that knee, and then come up. Drop the back knee, and come up. Focus on your breathing. Okay, so we're going to keep it here. We're going to do a couple more like this. We're dropping the back knee. Then we're going to get some T-spine, thoracic spine into it. Okay, so 2 more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hold it here. We're going to take our hand closest to the front foot, and we're going to come up as high as we can, and then back to our starting position. So our head should follow our hand up to the ceiling. Exhale as we come up. Couple more. Last one. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take this back foot, and you're going to bring your back knee in line with the outside of the front foot. Okay, so you're going to come here, in line with the front foot, keep it there, and sit. Okay, so it looks like this. Look to one side, look to the other side. Again, look to both sides. And come out of that, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so start here, hands on the floor. Okay, we're going to adjust. Okay, so we're here, drop the back knee, and come up. Make sure you're breathing. Couple more like this. Then we'll work on the T-spine. Okay, last one. Good. Take the hand closest to the foot. Come up. Follow with your head. Your eyes should be following your hand up to the ceiling. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to take that back leg, the knee's going to go in line with the outside of my foot. Sit down, look left, look right, again, look left, look right, good, come out of that. Okay, what we're going to do now, you're going to sit with your legs at 90-90. Okay, then you come here, hold it, come up, flip the legs, switch to the other side, same thing, come down, move forward if you can, and we're going to keep alternating, like 5 on each side. Okay, 3 more on each side. Make sure you're breathing. And you might find yourself a little bit tighter on one side than another. This is my tightest side. I have a hard time getting my left forearm down to the ground. Last one. Alright, good. Okay, we're going to stand up. Okay, and what we're going to do is you're going to bring your right leg forward. You're going to bend the back knee. Okay, so it comes here, and then come up, and then switch. Okay, we're going to move the arms. So we're sitting back into this, like we're hip hinging. So we're keeping our chest up, our shoulders are back and down. Okay, and the further you bend that back knee, the more of a stretch you should feel in that front hamstring. Make sure you're breathing. Couple more. Okay, next thing is called the Frankenstein, which is actually part of our dynamic warm-up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our right hand up, simultaneously swinging our left leg forward. Okay, and ideally we're trying to have our hand touch our foot. Okay, if we can't do that, you don't want to force this. You want to keep the upper body nice and tall. You don't want to collapse the upper body to allow the hand to touch the foot. Okay, so I'm going to take a step, and I'm going to swing to the opposite hand. Okay, it touches the opposite foot. Make sure you're breathing, so exhale as you're bringing that leg up. Couple more. And good. All right, and the last dynamic or mobility stretch we're going to be doing is we're going to take a step back. Our knees going to go onto the floor. It's almost like a reverse lunge, but normally in a reverse lunge we wouldn't have our foot going to touch the floor. Okay, so we're going to do that. Step back and take this same arm with the leg coming back, reach across. Come back, switch to the other side. Okay, so it's going to be here and reach. Go through that and relax. Come back. Good. Couple more on each side. Okay, last one on each side. Make sure you're breathing. And good. Alright, so that is not all the mobility exercises that you can do, but it covers a good portion of mobility work for especially your hips, your T-spine, some stuff for the shoulders, a couple of things for the hamstrings. For those of you that are particularly tight in certain areas, these are a great way again to help you improve your range of motion. Not only will it help you in the weight room, but it'll help you with things you do on a daily basis. Your body will allow yourself to do certain movements, but sometimes it has to compensate if you don't have the proper range of motion. And over time, it's going to lead to injury. So doing this mobility stuff, again, will help loosen you up, and it'll prevent those compensations from happening, and it'll decrease the chance of getting injured. Alright, so I just want to finish up with some static stretching. Okay, so static stretching is going to be very different from what we just did because it's going to be holding the stretch. It's going to be holding the stretch. So static stretching is what you really want to be doing at the end of the workout. And this mobility work or dynamic stretching should be done before the workout. Alright, so I'm going to take you through the static stretching routine that we'll be doing during our workouts. Again, there's a lot more static stretches than this, but I think this does a pretty good job of covering a lot of the major areas that are going to be tight on. Alright, so we're going to go back onto our back. And we're going to start off by taking one knee is bent. I'm going to clasp my hand under my other knee. focusing on my breaths. Okay, from here, I'm going to take the leg straight up until I feel the stretch in the hamstring and hold it. Okay, this leg gets up. I'm going to come all the way across. Okay, so remember we did this the very first thing we did, except we're going back and forth. Now we're going to be holding it. Okay, now this leg is going to go all the way across this top leg. We're going to now grab our foot and pull it back to our glute for a quad stretch. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, roll back onto your back. Clasp your hand under the other knee, pull into the chest, roll the ankle in both directions. And nice and slowly bring the leg up until you feel the stretch in the hamstring and hold it. And bring the leg all the way across. Try to keep this top shoulder. You're not going to be able to keep it down to the floor, but try to push it back as far as you can so you can feel that stretch. Okay, grab your top foot, pull it back. Okay, now you're going to go onto your back. Now I'm going to show you two options here, depending on how tight you are. Alright, so the first option, a lot of you that are not that tight, you probably won't feel this. What you're going to do is you're going to take your leg up and over, like you're sitting in a chair, and you're going to put your hands right on your knees, and you can just press, okay, until you bring this knee down. Some of you might not be feeling this. Okay, so if you're not feeling this, this is not a good stretch for you. So if you are feeling it, then you're going to stick to this stretch here. Okay, the other option is instead of pushing with this hand, you're going to clasp your hands under the knee that's down and bring the leg in. Okay, so whichever you feel to stretch more, when we do this during our workouts, this is what I want you to do. This one or the other one with the leg down when you're pressing. Okay, switch other sides, the same thing. So either here or you can push, gently push until you feel a stretch. If you're not feeling the stretch, clasp your hand on your knees, put it into your chest. Okay, flip over. Okay, so that child's pose we did before. We're going to sit back on our heels, extend our arms forward, we're going to hold it. Okay, that hip flexor stretch, half kneeling. Okay, again, it's not going to be bent down, we're going to hold it. So we're going to go onto one knee, upper body nice and tall. Push the hips forward. Hold the stretch. And switch other side. Okay, nice and slowly we're going to stand up. Take our right hand, reach up, reach across, and hold. Okay, really reach until you feel that stretch in the lats. Okay, now with the same arm, since it's already up, the same arm, you're going to grab the elbow, pull behind the head, stretch out the triceps. And with that same arm, grab the elbow, pull across. Okay, left side, take the arm, reach across and hold. Okay, grab the elbow, pull across. Grab the elbow, pull behind your head. Arms in front, around the shoulders, extend the arms forward. Okay, ear to shoulder. Switch. Okay, arms out, thumbs up, bring it down to the back. And that's it. Nice work, guys. All right, so that is our mobility and flexibility workout. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good day.